Say football is on a Thursday night, but here we are, Everton away at Goodison Park for what I think most football fans around the country, certainly myself included, are hoping will be the last time we ever have to visit and sit on those rickety old wooden seats with an absolutely shite view. But as much as it might feel like Eddie Howe's Mags are absolutely flying, and with the injuries we are, our away record certainly needs improving. No better time than against the struggling Everton team. Can we get some more points on the board? The match previews come to Newcastle fans, so do us a favour and make sure you stick around. Welcome back to Black White Banter, you lovely Newcastle fans. I'm going to keep this match preview short and sweet for two reasons. First reason is I'm literally about to get up and head over to the stadium way too late after I've finished work. I'm probably going to make a certain someone you might recognise on my match vlog a little bit late in the process. But because the videos are coming thick and fast, whether it's jokey Anthony Gordon videos on my Facebook and TikTok, whether it's talking about prawn sandwiches and sushi and cocktails at St James's Park, and whether we should move stadiums, it's difficult to keep on top of it all, so I'm going to keep this one sweet. But I couldn't have a match day, even if it is a few hours this goes out without doing a match preview. So Newcastle fans, if you are new around here, or if you're not, I do not give a Scooby-Doo. Drop down, give us a little likey-loo. That helps this video out a lot. And if you like my opinion and you're curious what the match vlog might look like down at Goodison Park, whack that subscribe button. So, as I said at the start of this video, our away form is not very good. It's weird. It might feel like we are flying. PSG, Chelsea at home, Man United at home. Things are pretty rosy in the garden. But if you delve a little bit deeper, that Sheffield United away win when we battered them is a very, very long time ago now. And we're on the road this season. We have just not been able to get wins. So, hey, if it continues where we are in the league, because our home form has basically saved us in that regard, things are still rosy. Where we are sitting in the table, we can go to very close to Manchester City if we win this one. And I keep saying it, if you consider our injuries, that's incredible. If you consider our fixture congestion with Champions League and Carabao, that's incredible. If you think about the week we've just had, Chelsea, PSG and Man United in 6 days, that's incredible. So I'm happy regardless, but it would be nice to get some away wins on the road. And just give the fans travelling to these matches something to shout about in the process as well. That gets forgotten about as well as the points. Now we are going down to an Everton team who you can argue are in disarray, but fixtures and results-wise, not so much. We all know they've had the 10-point deduction. You know, there's a lot of Newcastle fans don't like Everton. I can't say I'm massively fond. They do seem to have a bit of a stick up the backside about lots of different things. And they can be very toxic when they beat you. I don't know, social media for Everton. I think a lot of rivalries wouldn't exist if it wasn't for social media, and Everton's another one that's grown and grown and grown. Lots of Newcastle fans call them the Scouse Mackhams. Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and say I despise them, but, you know, would it be a little bit funny if they went down because their fans are so on one most of the time? Maybe. Hey, maybe. But their results have not been bad. They've had a win away at Crystal Palace. Yes, they got beat by Man United. They won the last game 1-0 away from home last Saturday night. So I don't expect a 10-point deduction. It can go one of two ways. It can either send teams on a downward spiral mentally, but I think because Everton was steady in the ship before that got announced, it's not going to affect things too much. If there's a manager who can use it as motivation, it's probably Sean Dyche. I imagine his team talks are very, very old school. He will probably be saying, right, lads, let's prove everyone in the country who's laughing at us with this deduction wrong. And if they think the Premier League's corrupt, I'm not going to get into that conversation. We've had issues in the past with our takeover. We weren't happy. Would we be the same if this 10 points deduction had happened to us with all the things that's going on with Chelsea and Man City? Maybe. Are they going to hold them daft pink cards up saying corrupt? Maybe. If they want to bother doing that, we learnt as fans that protests, especially in the stadium, do very, very little. Very, very little. So we'll see. It'll be a hostile atmosphere. As I said at the start of this video, this might be our last trip down to Goodison Park. Thank God. My God. The view's awful. The facilities are awful. The seats are made out of wood, for fuck's sake. It's ridiculous. I love old school grounds, but within reason. You know, keep the stadium size the same, the structure, the food, the experience, but at least put some decent seats in. My God, so it's no surprise they're moving. Will it be in the Premier League or the Championship? That's anyone's guess. And I don't expect this to be an easy game. But every match I'm going into now, that the lads have had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If our game was Tuesday, like a lot of teams was, or Wednesday, you know, quick turnaround, difficult. So we've got that problem on Sunday against Spurs. Thursday night into Sunday down in White Hart Lane. Not White Hart Lane. God, that's old Tottenham Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is a very, very short turnaround for a team that has 13 injuries. I probably won't be feeling as confident going out to London on Sunday. I won't. But this one is a chance to get some points on the board with that game on Sunday in mind. Now, Everton have got players that can hurt us. Apparently, Calvert-Lewin might be fit for this one. He can be a bit of a danger, but the form Lascelles and Cher have been in, I fully fancy them to keep him as quiet as possible. Famous last words, possibly, as I say that. They've got O'Neill, the left-footed player from Burnley, who they signed in the summer. He's looked a decent outfit for them. He really, really has. He can be dangerous. He likes to get a shot off. But I don't worry about Newcastle in that regard. I think what I like to talk about more is where we can hurt them, because we're certainly a better team than Everton. Anthony Gordon, there's only one place to start. Toxic relationship as he left. I'm trying to take my rose-tinted Newcastle glasses off, because I think Everton fans, when he left and they gave him the hate, chasing him in the car was ridiculous. I don't think we would ever do that as a football club. But the distaste to him, when I made the jokey video, was more from him not showing up to training and not putting the work in on the pitch. And I think things went sour where maybe I would have turned as a fan as well, because the least you expect from a player who's a fan of the team is maybe more effort on the pitch than what he was showing. But hey, that was probably brought on by them chasing him down the street, and we all remember that video. It was ridiculous. So will Anthony Gordon be more fired up for this game than ever? Without a doubt. Anthony Gordon has not had a sniff against Everton. I think he got 5 minutes when we won 4-1 last season. So he will be booed from the first whistle to the last. Just take that in your stride. Anthony Gordon is the sort of player that runs down his back and he absorbs it. Absolutely absorbs it. He's desperate to play in the derby. We saw that clip earlier in the week. Sunderland, can't wait to play in that one. He loves these sorts of matches. And if there is one man who is on form, who you wouldn't want to be on form as an Evertonian, it's your former man, Anthony Gordon, who you all said was a waste of money. And a lot of Everton fans did say that. Wouldn't it be lovely to see Anthony Gordon knee slide into the Everton fans at their end as he scores? I don't care whether it's off his bollock into near post from a yard. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be scenes? So he's our main threat. Alexander Isak, he's getting sharper with every match. I'm going to be very keen to keep an eye on him in this one. Lewis Miley just needs to keep doing what he's doing. I talked on a previous video about how he is like a 17-year-old who doesn't get a hangover. He just wants the next game to come. Against Man United, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Lascelles played well again on Saturday. Kieran Trippier, just keep putting them crosses in. Keep doing what you are doing. I'm confident. Why would I not be? We went down there last season, not in the same circumstances. I think Sean Dyche's had a much bigger imprint on the team than when we last went down. And we battered them. We did. Who could ever forget that Isak? I'm spinning around. Literally, that's what the Everton defenders were doing. One defender, two defender, three defenders. There you go, Murphy. Tap that one in. So I'm confident going into this one. But before I finish this video, of course, let's fire out some black and white banter stats. So the midweek matches don't come along very often in the Premier League anymore. But Eddie Howe has got a pretty decent record in more recent ones. We have won our last 3 midweek matches by an aggregate score of 13-3. Eddie Howe's goal scoring midweek mags. Fingers crossed that continues. Apart from that 8-0 win at Sheffield United, which obviously sent our goal difference massively up in the league, in our other 5 away matches, we've only scored a combined 5 goals. So it's not only the fact we aren't winning away from home this season, it's the fact we are also struggling to score as frequently as what we do at home. That probably needs to change. In this fixture, Newcastle have won 5 of their last 6 meetings. Everton's record at Goodison Park against us more recently is not great. They've drawn 2 and lost 2. So, Goodison Park, if we are to see the stadium for the last ever time, and it is one of the more iconic, regardless of the wooden seats, let's finish high. Right, I'm going to wrap this video up with my predictions, because I do need to get a shit shower and a shave, and I do need to get out that door, get me ham and peas pudding sarnies buttered first, and get on the road down to Liverpool. I'm sure you'll see on the match vlog I'm probably going to be late for this game. I'm going to go for Newcastle 2-1. I think Everton will score. They will come at us. It will be a toxic atmosphere. But I think we might just have enough in the tank. We've got way more quality than them. Hopefully Isaac's firing. Hopefully Anthony Gordon just gets the winner. Can you imagine? Let us know your predictions in the comments, Newcastle fans. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see a match vlog going down at Everton with the Scousers. And I'll see you on that next video where hopefully I am toasting on the journey back a lovely 3 points to start off what is a very, very busy December period. How are you, lads?